Vision 9. Nam Kalama Pame Pala Korachancho Simba Pade Mipe Korwa Musayo Barcho.
In the space in front appears the Guru in the form of Amitabha, surrounded by an inconceivable retinue of bodhisattvas.
Namo Koncho San Awasan Jamne Nam La Cha Sun Che Dro Ko San Je Lan Gui Che Chan Chun Cho De Sim Je Do Namo Koncho Sam Tan Sa Wa San Jamne Nam La Cha Sun Che Dro Ko San Je Lan Gui Che Chan Chun Jo De Sim Je Do.
Namo to the three jewels and the three roots, the places of protection. I go for refuge. In order to establish all beings in Buddhahood, I give rise to the mind set on supreme awakening.
Cho Je San Yo Ba Ye Jarwa Se Je Tham Je La Kon E Tang We Chan Sa Lo Me Do Do Be Man Me Je Sha Se Ro Mo La So Ba Ngen Je Ye Je Zhe Nen Ba Pai Bi Zo Je Ye Se So Tho Ma Me Ne Ta Te Ba Me Ge Je Tan Sa Ming A Sen Ne Nyo Mo Wan Je Be De Ba Tham Je Sha Ba Je Nian Te Ran Jia Chan Cho Sen So Sui Jie Wo La So Be Te San Ge Wa Je Sa Ba Su Na La Ne Da Ye Ran Sem Jie Nam Je San Ba Tang Lo Ye Che Ra Che Ta Wa Che Chong Tu Mon Te Ba Ye Che Jiang Ko Lo Ko De So Ko Wa Che Se Ma Tong Ba Nyang Man Da Tu Je Ye Dong Ai Jiang So Sen Wa Ye Sem Jian Nan La Se Se So Da Ke So Nan Che Sa Ba Tham Je Chan Cho Je Jun He Ren Boram Thon Ro Wa Ye Ren Ba Bar De Da Ju Je.
To page 10. With sincere faith, I pay homage to all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas abiding in the 10 directions and 3 times. I offer flowers, incense, lamps, fragrances, food, music, and the like, actually arranged and mentally created. Supreme Gathering, please accept them. I confess all evil deeds, the 10 non-virtues, the 5 acts without interval that I have committed, overpowered by mental afflictions since beginningless time until now. I rejoice in the merit, all the virtue accumulated in the 3 times by the Shravakas, Priteka Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, ordinary beings, and the like. Please turn the wheel of the Dharma of the greater and lesser vehicles and the teachings common to both, according to the aspirations and diverse mental capacities of sentient beings. Until samsara is emptied, do not pass into nirvana, but compassionately look upon sentient beings drowning in the ocean of suffering. May all the merit I have accumulated become the cause of awakening, and may I soon become a glorious guide of beings.
Tsoi yen na rang lan tenpe ta tan sem jen kun je jul se me ye lo je ba ju.
The field of accumulation dissolves into me. Thus, the mind of the four immeasurables have arisen within the mind streams of myself and all sentient beings.
Sem jen de dan din jur je dong ha kun tan cha wai shou de dan ta de men ra shen ta nyo chen bo ne jur je.
May all sentient beings have happiness. May they be free from all suffering. May they never be separated from happiness. May they abide in great equanimity.
Nan sen kong de chu kong ran yin tong ma tong kor wan chen na nyo re mo tong san yin je song jo tsar dan ne ran re re ye kar bo yon je le pe de den de ran ni jin re ze Sharje charje taja ben chenze Kye yen jambe nyam jin long ke che Ke me be me nan je zhong xiu Den je nam kar be de den den de Ye marabo wo ze ram bar we cho je san je cham se nye par se chen se nen te den e she lan te la yang wu se re zhou ne sen che sem jian le na dan zin pa cha jiang wu se cen de she ye ne je wa zhuo wei cham jiu ba me ma sa pe ma ra ge long bo da xia je san ye nyam ya long zen zen chu ge nam sum so hian je zhong you to je jian jiang zhou la da de se san je gong je dan ye qian bo sa Te ye san pan cho jin re ze Shar je san ye yong be gan zen Kar bo ren jin 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 yen da yo Zo we yong de jar sen te chen to Shar je chan ye yong be dor jin zen Ngom po ren jin 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 yen da yo Kor de cham sen gen dong co jie go zo wo ne san zhe san qian ba le we ze gan man ten san cho jie dang jie ba dewa jin jie xian den zhi nan dang kor jie to dang ju ge de ge jie nie la nen de Jin Zhan Ju.
Page 13. Appearance and existence. All phenomenal of samsara and nirvana are empty by nature. Not realizing this, How afflicted are deluded beings in samsara. My own awareness appears as a white tree, the manifestation of unified emptiness, clarity, and compassion. The tree transforms into myself, appearing as Chandranzik, seated upon a cushion of lotus and moon. I have one face and 4 arms. 2 are joined at the heart, and the other 2 hold the lotus and the garland. Peaceful and with loving countenance, I am dressed in the garments of a Sambhogaka Kaya Buddha. Sitting in a cross-legged posture, my lower body is enfolded in a lotus. In the space in front, upon the seat of lotus and moon, appears a red tree gleaming with light. The light radiates, pleasing the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions and gathering their knowledge, love, and power. The light then dissolves back into the tree. Again, light rays radiate to the 6 realms, purifying the karmic visions, self-grasping, and habitual imprints of sentient beings. The light gathers back and the tree transforms into the supreme protector of beings, Buddha Amitabha. He is bright red like a mountain of rubies, with 1 face and 2 arms in equipoise mudra, holding a begging bowl. He is garbed in the 3 Dharma robes and sits in cross-legged posture. Ceaselessly looking upon beings with eyes of compassion, he appears as the great embodiment of all Buddhas. On his right is the noble supreme Chandranzik, with 1 face and 2 arms, holding a white lotus with the left hand. White and adorned with jewels, he stands upright. To the left of the Lord is the Bodhisattva Vajrapani, with 1 face and 2 arms, holding a vajra in the left hand. Blue and adorned with jewels, he stands upright. They are surrounded by an assembly of Bodhisattvas. The 3 places of the principal Lord are marked with the 3 syllables. From the red and blue light radiates to the 10 directions, and in particular to the pure land of Sugawati, invoking this heart pledge of Amitabha and his retinue, who then instantly appear at this place. Page 17. Home. In the great bliss sphere of my own primordially pure awareness abides Amitabha and the retinue as the naturally present innate radiance. From the beginning, the Samaya being is one with the wisdom being, yet your form manifests from the expanse of great love and compassion in accordance with the mental inclinations of beings. Following your heart pledge, come here to this place and be seated indivisibly from the mandala of the Samaya being upon the cushion of multicolored lotus and moon.
Om Dewa Sapara Varam Beza Samaya Za Za Hong Ban Ho Samaya De Chale. Ram Yang Kang Om Ao Hong Om Ao Hong Om Ao Hong Om Sarva Be Pura Pura Sura Sur Our Devi Sowa One Sarva Be Pura Pura Sura Sur. Our Devi Sowa One Sarva Be Pura Pura Sura Sur. Our Devi Sowa Om Beza Sabara Nai Kan Yin La Je Dan Den Ben Chu Yon De Jian Be Ran Xin Jar Wei Sha Den Be Zhuo Guan Jiu Wan Pu Seng Cuo Jie Jie Tan Se Niu Me Ye Wan Xia Sen De 此诚然心家瑞小等不，若公是不动我就觉见，拉在没到那种在帮的，若不然人家瑞见浪不。若公人用电动电小，连接家上成桥都变得。 尊者然见家瑞强浪不，若公是本前来朝我来笑，三千难为人间者，三定然见家瑞头浪不，若公吃了默默是我来笑。 可刚拉索爱的面接洽，西拉然言加热格拉布，若瓦空切去年多白修，若家就当天被下生的，他既然言加热加拉布。 若公等真是真错瓦来修。 不当着所念家容的错，多觉然因家为念浪不，若公相就生当天把了修，王不曾人的不用电啊，莫让人因家瓦那浪不。 若公三昧的我把了修。 扎西在大街当家是东，也是让人家瓦那拉布，若光三界用电都白修。
Page 19. Shri, I offer this water endowed with 8 attributes, with the nature of generosity to the mouths of the victorious ones. May there be perfect fortune for all beings. I offer this food cleansing water, clear, cool, pristine, and exquisite, and with the nature of morality to the feet of the victorious ones. May all beings be relieved from the misery of existence. I offer various beautiful celestial flowers that have the nature of patience to the eyes of the victorious ones. May all beings be endowed with the 7 attributes of the higher realms. I offer naturally sweet-smelling scents and blended incense that have the nature of diligence to the nose of the victorious ones. May all beings become free from the bonds of existence. I offer this precious, radiant, and lustrous lamp that has the nature of meditation to the hearts of the victorious ones. May all beings clear away the dense darkness of their deluded minds. I offer fragrant medicinal elixir, saffron, and the like, which have the nature of transcendent knowledge to the bodies of the victorious ones. May all beings realize the inner nature of phenomenal. I offer food endowed with the essence of 100 tastes, with the nature of method to the tongues of the victorious ones. May all beings be sustained by the food of samadhi. I offer harmonious musical sounds such as those of conch shell, drum, and bell, which have the nature of power to the ears of the victorious ones. May all beings be endowed with the awakening mind. I offer the 5 desirables that appease the senses and have the nature of prayer to the victorious ones. May all beings be satisfied by untainted bliss. I offer the 8 auspicious substances the auspicious symbols, and the 7 royal attributes, which have the nature of wisdom, to the victorious ones. May all beings attain the attributes of Buddhahood.
Om Sarva Banza Manga Samandra Saparana Samai Aho. Don Sun Je Den Ram Jia Tan Je Je Da De Song Da Ma Song E Bo Tang Da Le Lam Chuan Do Ba Chen Che Ba De Me De Chen Shen Den Bo Wa Ye Ro Kong Dan Zin Ra Ye Chang Sen Den Nam Da Shen De To Me Je Wai Shu.
All owned and unowned things of the entire infinite billionfold universe, my own body, enjoyments, and all possessions, I offer, without holding anything back, to the pure land of Sukhavati. May the self-grasping of beings be thereby fully pacified. May they be endowed with the awakening mind, and may their birth in the pure land be unobstructed.
O Rana Mendra La Bunza Menga Ahoy Ran Sen San Je To Be Tun Chan Sa Re Dong Ze Me Na Sen Chu Ban Ben Nian Zen Chu Nan Chi Nie Long De Xia Ge San Wen Je Zo Lai Ji Ye Ran Thôi je juan che me be juan ko ko con de con cha ran chen chua go yo ko sun me cha da chen bo ho.
Realizing that my own mind is the Buddha, I pay homage on the ultimate level. Abiding within ungraspable empty awareness, everything comprised within appearance and existence is offered. Deluded perceptions of dualistic grasping are confessed within the expanse of Dhammarata. I rejoice within the state of the spontaneous completion of the 3 kayas. The Dharma wheel of unceasing compassion will always turn. Abide within the natural Dhammakaya that pervades all samsara and nirvana. In infinite pervasiveness, where there is no reference point of the 3 spheres, dedication will always take place.
Re de chen shen de che jiang ko lo go sem jiang nam la ta de tui jie se tam jia ya yin ro wa dong ze ba nang da nyang yang ze la chang za de jian re se dan te jian to la so Jar se san sen ra chong pa be so de chen chen de yo ba la so la le nga ye san ke be chan sa du.
Shri, ever turning the wheel of Dharma in the pure land of Sukhavati, you unceasingly look upon sentient beings with compassion. Homage and praise to Amitabha, who abiding in equipoise follows his pledge to act for the purpose of beings. To Chandranzik, Vajrapani, the other Bodhisattvas, the noble assembly of arhats, and the gathering of deities abiding in Sukhavati, I humbly pay homage and offer praise with body, speech, and mind.
Da den shen ta ye zhe ye se ko te ya wo len han chen kar bo zhu to ka ne tong du ko song to je to dang ka nan te to ka shen ta ngan chen le zer ma ra bo ngan chen xia ne tong ran ke xia yo chen lang zhe to te dar ju men che dong ko wa ye nga le wo ze ka do na zong zhi cho je san je cham sen ye bar sen kan sen sen jian kun che zhe sen jiang ne ju nan da de jian xian de ju.
At the heart of myself, appearing as Chandranzik, on the moon disk is a Shri surrounded by the 6-syllable mantra, circling clockwise. From it, light radiates, and a white mantra garland issues forth, emerges from my heart, and dissolves into the heart of the deity visualized in front. Thus, Amitabha's compassionate heart pledge of body, speech, and mind is invoked. From the mantra garland around the Shri at the heart of Amitabha, a red mantra garland of light emerges from his mouth, enters my mouth, and I obtain blessings and attainments. In this way, the mantra circles continuously between myself and Amitabha. The multicolored light issuing from the circling mantra garland pleases the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions, purifies the 3 types of obscurations of all sentient beings in the 3 realms, and the universe and beings transformed into the pure land of Sukhavati.
Om Dewa shi, Om Dewa shi, Om Dewa. Om Dewa shi, Om Dewa. Om Dewa shi. Dede Dhondup Dembari Chinje love the Mojejo Tongin Jigana, the Kiloma Jong, Mundanta, Danta Tambi to the Chanbe. Zembando, but I'm in the Majon Nangan Yabes Jandam de Dewa, don't no Dana, by on the water with Mando, Mojeto Brecha, and Yambing on it to some of them, but Sha, most of them very heavy to them, Kaju Nama Tambanam Jiki. Tony, Jubique, Celebrate Jubique, Celebrate Jubique, two voice home and what of the Tijan to come at it over Jin. Who may be Kajuna Matamban and the king, Jubique, Tamba, Terenama. Anki Barakawada Yinijon Tadaraki
le tongo ba la ko we ki nyu tu dam ye ki wa re sha de
So tomorrow we will be going to start with the second the yoga of the Mahamudra, and tonight we will going to talk about a little bit about the the empowerment which we got yesterday. So we were going to talk about the samaya on that.
ta ta te cái lọng cái chua như mà chỉ cái gì nó rồi nó mà chẳng ban năm như bị gì tổng nó thế là chúng ta đáp và không gì mà nó bắt tâm thì mình chấp để chỗ cho ta khắc thông là trong môn được gọi là thế gồm bộ bao nhiêu gì mi chỉ điều ông có gì ông có gì môn được gọi là tên ta ta nó môn được xong rồi nhóm sẽ làm bài thế là ngắn thôi cái tham thức trong tập làm bài thế trong cô à hiện ra đấy đã thiên được trong mỗi ngắn thôi quý cái tham thức là xem là tăng cô bớt thế bằng mẹ xong đi tham đi cái trong cái ngồi thế nào đã chụp không công bố bằng mẹ ta hiện ra đấy thiên được cái trong cái ông sẽ ra thế rồi yên đủ mà nhận sai yên bảo là yên bảo ngon mà chế ba cái chế bảo chế cái chế đó sẽ phải thế đấy tiếng điều nó sai yên bảo là yên bảo ngon mà chế chứ ở thế trong cái ngon chế ba chế thế nhau sẽ lấy chút cái chế ông cha nói để chế chứ thật là ông sẽ lấy cái ông sẽ để chế là đồ thành ra đấy tiếng điều ta ta là ông thọ này cứ xong giữ lại sao cái này ta ông đông không có xong ông đó xong đại đấy cái chuyện cái当ông cái thì tham thức cái chuyện này nó当然就我们才把每个别人是呢我们才把每我把每他种就是个某个风险呢他从这结构很模拟咱们国家那都在他啥工真正啊的种就是卡卡一种呢这个嘛的这些跟结构很模拟的当我们把每个结构很模拟咱们他这些咱们
So yesterday we have received Buddha Amitabha initiation. When we talk about the initiation which we have received, it has been received the initiation that is unbroken lineage, and the blessing that we have received through the empowerment is also unbroken lineage continuously from Buddha Amitabha onward until present time. The lineage and the blessing is still fresh, and blessing is still there. So we also need to know what is the purpose of receiving empowerment. The reason why we need to receive empowerment, that we must know. So one of the reason why we receive empowerment is because that we ourselves, our body is actually primarily, it has been body of the deity. However, due to our ignorance and obscuration, we are not being able to recognize ourselves as deity. To recognize ourselves, our body as a deity, it is one of the way that how through the empowerment we will introduce ourselves to the deity, the primordial deity, which is within ourselves. So this is one of the way how we recognize ourselves as a deity within ourselves. And then another purpose to receive initiation or the empowerment, it is to get some sort of authorization or the permission to practice and recite the particular deity, whatever the deity we may receive the initiation. So, so when we talk about Buddha Amitabha or Buddha Amitayo, the initiation we receive, we have to understand that the Buddha Amitabha is the embodiment of entire Buddha. One should not think that Buddha Amitabha is one of the only deity, but we have to understand Buddha Amitabha is someone who has embodies the entire Buddhas of the 3 times.
On top ne kuye tamsek telasena ta chi ke no si tamji te kumu ba me ke ne tuba yin damna ta chi ke tanong de jongre no sina da ron on top ne ta onje te ke ron ne to ne ke kumu se ba me yin dambe ke ta ron ling a jar o tembo te gore ta tin yo sa de kumu ke ka la và đó tiền dùng rất là để quyết định吧，台湾的是去问你小编辑调了，全从不甚至等于北京从不解决这边，但这方面有点事情吧，现在影响那个这头了年头了这个容易过了影响那个我讲讲吧，对的，我讲的就这。现来啥子等啊？现在弄就起来了，他等俺家是真，俺家这老百姓来家的啥了一切的对吧？他是你怎么的？我听俺家成了，他听俺家的去，这过的，这他容是你怎么？那辛苦的怎么的？他当他们容易你怎么？我听得很清楚，记得，但俺家怎么这里？呀，他特大容啥的，公的，他送给他们这个人呢，最大的他俺们对吧？我们500米呢，俺们对吧的，听就说容是呢，他的听就什么啥的，听错了些，懂得人不讲给融入成那个，他推特长了，现在每个种的，这些就他本没做不会，他干了会，现在我们500米超过了。电中国没500米，弄起来军机没吧？他等的在就那么用嘛地方，俺这中间那都弄给他们这个的。当时是吧？在开始的从那多时间他们就从这个公布给他们公间，时间了判刑的，等着在印度全球参加是让走的。从这个就在那全球参加在那兄弟的，他在那全球参的，我全球参的去。大车马地吧，马扎吧，我听到头上中就真的，头给长这点呢，这里，总之就比月薪呢，这里，电影的当地的收那些介绍错嘛，相对那个相较什么这个具象呢，这个话真的。这当里那都说朋友咱们就没加把的，他这个是给我加钱不？连这在教育节上这过年的大小人呢，朋友咱们就没加把真的的。
So when we talk about the samaya, after we received initiation, we must know that there is a outer samaya and inner samaya. So outer samaya is that where we have to perceive or we have to view entire outer universe as the celestial palace, and inner sentient beings are deities of the Buddha Amitabha. So everyone we see and meet, we have to imagine that is the deity, not individual or the ordinary people. So then, when we talk about the inner samaya is that we ourselves, we have to have a strong faith and the pride of the deity, which means that you yourself must make sure that you are the deity, not ordinary person. So here, one important thing is that three things that you need to remember. It is important that we have to understand that you are the deity. Clarity is there, there clearly that you are the deity. You are the deity that has been characterized by the 80 major mark and minor marks of the 32 major marks of the Buddha. All are within this deity. So this we must know that. And then the purity, which means there is no ordinary idea of within this. And then also whatever the deity we usually visualize, it must be stable, like our mind should be firm without sort of like disturbed by our own conceptual thought. So here, when we talk about pride of the deity is not same as the normal, the pride usually we used to have. Normal, usually we used to have our own pride. That is the egoistic sort of pride. However, when we talk about the deity pride is that we ourselves, we have to have a full confidence in ourselves that we are the deity. So with this kind of understanding and idea, then of course you need to recite the Amitabha's mantra. So also Amitabha mantra, of course, it is something like a fated practice for you all, because Amitabha retreat has been conducted here for 13 years already. So it is very fortunate for you to recite the Amitabha mantra and also practice the Amitabha as well. So as I earlier mentioned that then one of the important samaya is pure perception or the pure vision. Pure perception or the pure vision is that everything you see out there is a celestial palace, and then all the people that you meet or the sentient beings are deity. So whatever sound you hear, sound of the mantra, so these things you really have to keep in your mind. So of course, most important part of this practice is, of course, you really have to have a loving kindness and compassion or the bodhicitta while you are practicing all these practices, because the Buddha Amitabha is the embodiment of all the Buddha's loving kindness and compassion and wisdom. So therefore, whatever deity practice we do, it is important that we really have to develop bodhicitta and also to have the altruistic intention to help and benefit others. So whatever practices we do, we have to make sure that we are benefiting others, not for only oneself. So this kind of intention is very important in our day-to-day life practice.
Shomba to Gemba la Huya, that was that to the Pama la Shab Jonsi, could have be and so to pay Yabochido. Oh, that a gory, the Yabori. And Chedo, Pinjulisina, the Sholo Shojong, Gemba to the Jagita, Huya Yabuchi, and the temba Jilisina, the G. Legatermoni, her son Lambda. Oh, tell us, subjection get to the Messi pay on them to make out. Let us say, I want to know if he is. Oh,
So since every one of us here, we have received Buddha Amitabha's or Buddha Amitabha's empowerment, so we have to consider ourselves as in the same mandala. Since we are all in the same mandala, it is important that we really have to respect each other. So among the Dharma friend and students, it is important that we really have to have a caring for each other and consideration for each other, and also harmonious among the Dharma friends. And these are the very important. No matter how long we are together, but it is important that we really have to make sure that we have to have a harmonious way of practice and life. And then we have to respect each other.
Sem nunca mandikpate ronge takyu o te sonje ka jerwe ke dong hidu telisene taki yonyo si o den de do samle sana jesen yerong si ti getan de simja tamje la yonshu de ne mo wa tin ja yo la ronge mandikpare dana thamata de yakwa si o ta te sonju de nongcha de tsong dong ne ta de yawan bu teaching Tatargi has seen Hungan and water to 17 times to get tea hard of some no say. Oh, Naruyang to Cheviola, 10 Samba Nambala, Con Nambala, the Trovati, Nonga John the Yanang Aronke, Gamzella, the Con Nambalata, Sunji Cardon to me, tell us to see it. Ronga Taki cigarettes. Here don't pencil take them now like John Jeffs John Mass. Take on, not so to get Taki in the red. Ronga Drink me tell John Jeffs cigarettes and near corner by the tissue. It do then someone big. I think only Pembo Shibusta and the Pembo Shibundo. Intended soon though. That to do that. Teaching that pay over the another nigga. Generally, now, so that so wrong. Tagi Shen, wrong, wrong, Tiger, wrong. Hindi, no, see, that in this guy.
So while I was in Lapchi, one of the experience that what I had is that while we are practicing the Dhamma, I find out it is very important for us to investigate our own self, what kind of state of our own mind, what kind of behavior that we usually engage. So if we able to check our own mind and our behavior all the time, it will help us to understand Buddha Dharma's teaching as well. So also, when you're able to investigate ourselves, our own mind, then you can actually able to compare whether our action and our practice is actually according to the Dharma or not, whether it is according to the words of the Buddha's teaching or not. So we will able to understand that. So if we able to do that, then we will able to find out that there might be some false mistake, and that we may have already created, So when you find out that, then you can actually immediately, how to say, confess that or purify this kind of negative karma through recitation of the 35 Buddha's, the confession, and also there are many practices that related to the purifying the negative karma. So therefore, you can purify that through the confession. So when you confess or when you purify these mistake and negative karma, you should imagine that you are purifying negative karmas of your own self, but also negative karmas of the entire sentient beings. So it will increase your, the merits, and the purification will be more, far more effective with having this kind of vast intention. And this is whatever I have shared with you right now. I also have been shared this with my students who are doing retreat in the Lapchi. I also used to tell them that you should always investigate your own mind. You should always check your own motivation and your mind, and so on and so forth. So through this kind of practice, it can really improve our own practice so much.
And then to be Gilong get to Yinabi, my big Chimba Pomodana, that takes on Lamiko on Dom, Tamba Maguba, Yomari, Titi the Toma de Kenyan Pomo de Chagayori, Tayin do that chair draw the Gino in get to Kenya Pomo, Toma Tuntu Chapton Ki Goni. 선적이 땜버른 보지 내가 처음이지 내가 학생 남다게 샤비교통 달라가 그걸 공교 어떻게 농리나 조용다 다 되게 줄랑네 엄마 까디진지 땜버른 보지 대리를 하다 요 말에 손제 좀 된지 형네 다 동작 ni tông thọ ni đã luôn là nhiều lập cho vậy thành ra những trong thằng trong không cái nguồn sung cho cái đảm bảo cho thà thì thứ là dùng xem cái cố chỉ và đại ta thành ra đi kinh doanh trong cái đi cái nguồn sung cho cái làm sao mà thế là cái ngành trong cái phát triển bây giờ hiểu nghe ta chỉ là mà thôi mà thì làm thì là trong cái gì thôi mà làm thì là Parchi meba, the Yago de la Ondo, Tali, Dene de Wando, Nye Mondu Hiji, Tere, like a down, Mongo, lovely, Gombo, make his tongue out, don't get the pay, head somebody, like a thing do that in day.
Since you all have been practicing Buddha Dharma for maybe a long time, throughout all this, you have received many teachings, many empowerments, and so on and so forth. And since you have received many teaching and empowerment, then now you already has become the lay practitioner. So a lay practitioner who has a great deal of faith and devotion to the teaching of the Buddha. So since you have the faith and devotion to the teaching of the Buddha, it is important that we really have to have a pure thought or the pure intention to sustain and develop and help teaching of the Buddha. So when you talk about teaching of the Buddha, even though teaching of the Buddha has been taught by the Buddha more than 2,500 years ago, however, the teaching which was taught by him is still relevant to our today's world. So therefore, you can say that Buddha's teaching is one of the most relevant and effective for even in this present day. So therefore, every one of you also has a really great deal of faith and devotion to the Buddha Dharma. And I also will pray that you will have a very successful practice without any obstacles. So with this kind of aspiration or the prayer that you may not face any obstacle for your practice, then today we will going to start recitation of the Amitabha mantra. So I will pray for you all that you will not face any obstacle for your practice.
Om Deva 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 Om Amadeva 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 Om Deva 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 Om Om Deva 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 Om Om Deva 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 Om Dewa Sho, 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 Om Dewa Om Dewa Sho, 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 Om Dewa Om Dewa Sho, 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 Om Dewa Om Dewa Sho, 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 Om Dewa Om Dewa Sho, 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 Om Dewa Om Dewa Sho, 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 Om Dewa Om Dewa Sho, 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 Om Dewa Om Dewa Sho, 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 Om Dewa Om Dewa Sho, 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 Om Dewa Om Dewa Sho, 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 Om Dewa Om Dewa Sho, 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 Om Dewa Om Dewa Sho, 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 Om Om Dewa Sho, 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 Om Dewa Om Dewa Sho, 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 Om Dewa Om Dewa Sho, 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 Om Dewa Om Dewa Sho, 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 Om Dewa Om Dewa Sho, 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 Om Dewa Om Dewa Sho, 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 Om Dewa Om Dewa Sho, 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 Om Dewa Om Dewa Sho, 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 Om Dewa Om Dewa Sho, 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 Om Dewa Om Dewa Sho, 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 Om Dewa Om Dewa Sho, 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 Om Dewa Om Dewa Sho, 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 Om Dewa Om Dewa Sho, 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 Om Dewa Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, Om Dero, Om Dero. Om Dero, Om Dero, Om Dero, Om Dero, Om Dero, Om Dero, Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dea Ro, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Ro, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Ro, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Ro, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Ro, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Ro, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Ro, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Ro, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Ro, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Ro, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Ro, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Ro, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Ro, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Ro, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Ro, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Ro, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Ro, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Ro, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Ro, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Ro, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Ro, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Ro, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Ro, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Ro, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Ro, 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 Om Dea Om Dea Ro, 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 Om Dea Om Dia Shou, 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 Om Dia Om Dia Shou, 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 Om Dia Om Dia Shou, 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 Om Dia Om Dia Shou, 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 Om Dia Om Dia Shou, 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 Om Dia Om Dia Shou, 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 Om Dia Om Dia Shou, 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 Om Dia Om Dia Shou, 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 Om Dia Om Dia Shou, 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 Om Dia Om Dia Shou, 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 Om Dia Om Dia Shou, 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 Om Dia Om Dia Shou, 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 Om Dia Om Dia Shou, 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 Om Dia Om Dia Shou, 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 Om Dia Om Dia Shou, 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 Om Dia Om Dia Shou, 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 Om Dia Om Dia Shou, 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 Om Dia Om Dia Shou, 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 Om Dia Om Dia Shou, 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 Om Dia Om Dia Shou, 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 Om Dia Om Dia Shou, 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 Om Dia Om Dia Shou, 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 Om Dia Om Dia Shou, 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 Om Dia Om Dia Shou, 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 Om Dia Om Dia Shou, 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 Om Dia Om Dia Shou, 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 Om Dia Om Dero, 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 Dero, Om 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 Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, Om Dero, Om Dero, Om Dero, Om Dero, Om Dero, Om Dero. Om Dero, Om Dero, Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Dero. Om Dero, 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 Om Om Dear 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 Om Begin number 28, last line. Hoan Chom Dian Bong Bo San Ye Ba Me Zhe Qian Yar Se San Sen Ba Yue So Nyong Mon Zhou Lai Tui Jie Ra Gong La Da So Le Jin Shen Ren Bian Le So Ngon Jia Tui Jie Tam Jia Jie Tho Nam A Ye Tho Jie Wan Ge La Len Gen Ta Sin Kur Wa Tong Ro Ne Ta Da Ni Den Ren Ba Zhe Le So Te Da Dong Xiao Zhan Bei Jiu Ge Wen Nan Ge Ge Le Tho Jie Wu Man Zhe Da So Ro Wen Yin Kan Ten Wen Ro Dan Jin Lo Dong Chi Ba Ran Sa Ke Dan Mi Ju Ge Gong Ba Mun Jie Sa Dong Ge Mi Zhu Zhang An Dui Ya.
Home, transcendent conqueror, protector, Buddha Amitabha, and noble assembly of loving Bodhisattvas, compassionately look upon us afflicted beings and guide us to the pure land of Sukhavati. In accord with your past Bodhisattva vows, not wavering from the sacred bond, deity with great compassion, please exhaust all negative karma and empty samsara from its depths. At this very moment, please act as our guide, as I, with intense devotion, have thus invoked the enlightened mind. Great light rays of compassion radiate from the heart of Amitabha and dissolve into the hearts of myself and all beings. Self-grasping, misconception, and delusion have collapsed in themselves. The state of selfless Dhammakaya is realized and rests in the nature of clarity and emptiness, free from grasping and elaboration. By all the limitless and sacred merits obtained through this meditation and recitation, may all beings drowning in the river of suffering attain the supreme state of Amitabha. Om Shri, all-pervasive Dhammakaya, protector Amitabha, Sambhoga Kayas, the loving assembly of Bodhisattvas and Nirvana Kayas, the gathering of Shravakams and Arhats, together with your retinues, please endow all beings with the auspiciousness to progress to Sukhavati. By this virtuous practice, may I quickly realize Buddha Amitabha, and may all sentient beings without exception be established in that state. Marvelous. In the center is the Buddha Amitabha, boundless light. To his right is Chenrezig, the Lord of great compassion, and to his left is the Bodhisattva Vajrapani, the Lord of great power. They are surrounded by an inconceivable assembly of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Extraordinary limitless peace and happiness is the Buddha field called bliss endowed. When I and all beings pass from this life, may we be born there, unhindered by another samsaric birth. Once born there, may we behold the face of the Buddha Amitabha, boundless light. By the power of all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions, bless me that I may attain this aspiration without hindrance. Teyata Pensa Jaya Awa Buddha Naya Sopa.
Georgia Jarwan Dalagon Sony Zolajira Dake Tu Sange Sabai Conjo San Lanchu Pambe Jarve Dembam Pujur Jenge Wasim Jekon Lango Rogon Sanje Tom Je Geza Tam Je Chede Dage Jula Min Je Jemye Dane Zodo De Serene Menyam Dombe Sembe Sabje Monjerje Namje Zembe Chamata Dewa Jende Jejuji Jene Bemoka Jede Rede La Sanjesho Chanjo Tone Chese Jebe Bai Jan Jo Se Jo Rinpoche Mai Pa Je
May all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas abiding in the 10 directions and 3 times think of me. I rejoice in their accomplishments of the 2 accumulations. This virtue I offer to the Triple Gem, Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. May the teachings of Buddha flourish. I dedicate the merit to all sentient beings. May all sentient beings attain enlightenment. May all these virtues get together, ripen in my mind stream, by purifying the 2 defilements and accumulate merits. May the life, health, practice, and realization increase. In this lifetime, may I attain the 10 bhumis. When we leave this life, may we be reborn at once in Dewa. After having been born and having awakened as the lotus blooms, at that very moment, may I attain enlightenment. After reaching enlightenment, till samsara is empty, may we liberate all sentient beings by virtue of my miraculous powers. May bodhicitta, the excellent and precious mind, arise where it has not been. Where it has arisen, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher.
Jamne le me koncho zawasa Cheba kanjian gombo jinrese Jezun roman garabe manjong Sorwan de soto dan sharje gong Mon lan yong san de bar sen la Nye den dro na sam jo lo ba tang Se nan yong wa chu be je jen je Ngar ma dra be me jo ta yan ne Za le ya do na son yong be se Za se so lo nye ma chu tsu Char che me nyong zang le ca dong tim Sa yu pe tra chung she je pa tang Che par ten la che we ta ma so Zang le chung de do che re ta ta Nhớ đời sẽ hiện sẽ nê trong nhớ chế Mẹ ta mẹ rô vài ta ta kì Chô lai chan chô xem chô rên bố chì Ngang kê nê nô chế sam nhớ trao Phan chế cham bê xem ta tê nê chang Zang lên ta vư tê kê ba kê chô San ye den ba tar ye yu ne sho Za son ya wa se ye den be to Por de ye we za wa kan che dang Da ja la san am bar da ve tu So da mun ben re bu zhu yu Che
Page 36. The 3 jewels and 3 roots, trustworthy source of refuge, and in particular, the Lord of the land of snow, Avalokitesvara, Jetsuntara, Guru Padma Sambhava, I supplicate you, please follow your previous pledges. Bestow blessings that this aspiration prayer may be fulfilled most perfectly. Due to the degeneration of times when thoughts and deeds of beings are perverted, and the inner and outer elements have lost their balance. Men and cattle are seized by epidemic disease previously unheard of, intruding Rahus, Nagas, powerful demons, and dark forces, blight, frost and hail, bad harvest, warfare, and so forth. Erratic rainfall, heat, misery, and droughts in the world, destruction by the elements such as earthquakes and the threats of fire, and in particular, barbaric offenses causing harm to the teachings are rampant. May all types of harm and injury around the world be swiftly pacified and overcome. May precious and supreme bodhicitta spontaneously arise in the mind streams of all beings, human and non-human, and may they be free from destructive thoughts and deeds. May all be endowed with a loving mind for one another and may well-being, glory, and prosperity prevail throughout the world. May the Buddha's teachings spread far and wide and everlast. By the truthful power of the three roots, the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, by any root of virtue existing in samsara and nirvana, and by the power of our perfectly pure highest intention, may the fruition of our supplication and aspiration be attained.
So nam de ye tan je se quan ye to ne ye be ra na pang se de je ga nan che pa lon cho ba ye se be so le do wa sho.
By this virtue, may I achieve the all-knowing state, and by defeating all enemies' confusion, the cause of suffering, may all who travel on the waves of birth, old age, sickness, and death cross the ocean of samsara.
Yam ba ba we chen dan chen ba da kun do zam bo te yang de shen de te da kun je je sa da lo je ge wan de da tan je ra dung mo zang je ko sa nye be chen la da Chö nye me gyur tembe chen la dang. Gen du me che du be chen la je. Che dang me chen pon lan zhe bai shu.
In order to train just like the hero Manjushri, who knows reality as it is, and just like Samantabhadra as well, I completely dedicate all this goodness just as they did, by the blessings of the Buddha who attained the three kayas, by the blessings of the truth of the unchanging, changeless nature, by the blessing of the indivisible assembly of the Sanghas. Please these prayers be accomplished as I have dedicated.
Da dong gundi dan ye je de rom da dak ba da yu
Be give zawan de da dan sim jian tan je nyur de lan ha me bo yang da ba zu be chan chu ren bo che to ba ju je.
By the virtuous accumulation of the three times of myself and all beings in samsara and nirvana, and by this root of virtue, may I and all sentient beings swiftly attain the unsurpassed, perfect, complete, precious enlightenment.
Kan ra vi kon ve shen kan de pen dan Dewa Palden jong ve de chen re zi wan din zi ya zo ye shan be sen de par de din gyur je.
In this pure realm, surrounded by snow mountains, you are the source of all benefits and happiness without exception. All-powerful Avalokitesvara, Tenzin Gyatso, may you stay firmly until the end of samsara.
Kon cho sam de sha ja sen ge ye ten ban sen jen pe wa dan ne che kon san je ben ron de chen le chu le zhe jie zhe la me sha de shu.
You are the embodiment of all the precious ones. You, a great being, are the holder and promoter of the teachings of the Shakya Lion. May you, the Jetsun Lama, whose enlightened activities are spontaneously present, live long.
Kon cho sam je dan yin zhe gong be ten ban ten la da ra su ye de tam be che je xin si tang wa ye jie gu o jie cho ye sha de so.
Precious holder of the triple gem of Drukongpa, who preserves the indisputable practice of the profound Dharma, who has realized the sublime truth which reveals peace and illumination. May you, who relieve the suffering of limitless beings, live long.
Ayam pai pe ya na ayam dewa she do kan cho sa kar je re sa chu je den gong pe to se chu den pa Palden gar she ko se ka jar de ne do ja de nya che ne kam de Dorzin tu shu yi ri men den be kur jin da yi shi den be ne ma gar jin sham de shu.
The one known in the Holy Land as Arya Deva emanated into the Gar clan of eastern Tibet as Chodingpa, the hot son of Jiten Songon. May the life of glorious Gachin remain steadfast for 100 aeons. In this age of strife, when the victor's teachings faces hardship, through his powerful Vajra-like discipline and vows, he takes on himself the heavy responsibility of the unbiased teaching. May Gachin, the son of the teaching, live long.
Lama kan kan sang wa so wa de cho de kan se ren wa so wa de chen le da ge ge wa so wa de lama dan da wa ne par se ge lo par de la me na par thar pa la ge jin sam yang lo da me ge xing Jin ze lek par tong we mong go ye la men jin la sem la jo par shu sem jem tam je de da den gyur ji en ro tam je da du tong par shu chan chu sem ba kang da sar shu ba ten da kun je mo la run gyur ji.
I pray that my Lama may have good health and long life, that his Dharma activities spread far and wide, and that I will never be separated from him. In all the activities of the glorious Lama, may doubt never enter my mind for a moment. May I be able to see the purity of all your actions, and with deepest devotion, I pray that your blessings enter my mind. May all sentient beings have happiness, and may all the lower realms be emptied. May the aspirations of all the bodhisattvas on the different bhumis be fulfilled accordingly.
Za kom se kon che che ye je den zhe ne la wang tu zhe gong pa ren jian pa ye ten pa si ti par xie zhu tu san gong be jin yu ji.
May the teachings of the great Drukongpa Ratnashri, who is omniscient, Lord of the Dharma, Master of interdependence, continue and increase through study, practice, contemplation, and meditation until the end of samsara.
Thank you very much, everybody. See you tomorrow morning. Thank you, everyone.
Dharma brothers and sisters, and all the venerables, thank you very much for dedicating your time and diligence in this retreat. A gentle reminder, our doors open tomorrow at 8:30. So please do bring in your admission pass for easy recognition. 那随喜各位佛友，我们这里有温室提醒，明天呢我们的这个大会的门呢将会8点半开，所以你们可以8点半进来，请在9点之前入座。 Thank you, everyone. Remember, if you actually accumulate the mantras tonight until tomorrow, so you can actually put in the numbers to us at the registration counter tomorrow. 那各位佛友，如果你们在今天晚上呢，还有继续的持诵这个心咒的话，请你们把那个数据点算下来，然后明天成交在我们的这个柜台。谢谢大家，晚安，随喜大家。